How you guys doing? I had to go pick up my pay card at one of the temp employee places where I've worked before. And, he wanted me to work at the convention center. Now, they have fried my face and teeth at the convention center before. I don't know if it's Homeland Security that was involved in this or if it was a satellite controller at the convention center. But, I talked to the guy at the temp agency and he said he had a position for me to work at the convention center on Saturday. And then obviously some of these men that have tried to rape me or tried to damage my face and teeth or what they have done, obviously there's damage. I don't know if they were tied in with somebody downtown in Indianapolis, but I've never been banned from any job or location that I've ever worked at. Are you aware of that? These government men are playing territorial games. And the convention center's on Maryland Street. And there's a Catholic church right across the street from there. And there's like Hooters downtown in Indianapolis. I'm not sure if my mother owned the Crown Plaza Hotel or not. But it's right there close to Lucas Stadium, too. It's right next to Lucas Stadium. Now, it used to be called the RCA Dome. Now, I don't know if my father owned RCA, but my father did some construction, I guess, for RCA. You might want to check that out. That if my father owned the RCA Corporation at one time, or, I'm the owner of everything. I never sold nothing. So, not allowed to touch any documents to sell anything, ever. So, if anybody ever presented a document trying to tell me to sign or sell or give something away, not allowed to do it. So, if you ever find a document of somebody saying that, you need to arrest them. But they're still hitting me in the teeth right here. They've dug into the side tooth. They've made like a dip into these teeth over here. It goes down, and they made like a upside down question mark or something. And they've tore into that tooth. This is over 6 years since they broke the first tooth. They've been burning my face and teeth since I got off the airplane when they kidnapped me from California. The California government is responsible for this. They allowed them to kidnap me. The Screen Actors Union has not sent me any letters or anything. And, the role protocols at the Screen Actors Union, too, in reference to who I am and who my parents are. And it doesn't seem like the Screen Actors Union is doing much of nothing. So I don't know if they need to investigate the Screen Actors Union in reference to them not protecting me from these politicians and government people, in reference to government trying to steal media companies. But obviously you can check to see what they claim they have done for me. Because, my father possibly owned the Screen Actors Union. You look that up, too. And he owned the company, the union. Doesn't own the people, but my father owned, companies and media. Look up the information if it says my father's Walt Disney Sr. endorsed Duke Sr. Look up that information. But World Protocols says who my biological parents are. Most documented birth certificate in American history. More than any person claiming they thought I was their child need to get arrested. Biological facts. But, in reference to these government people and their tricks and mutilations, I was supposed to work at the convention center. And my mother, I don't know if my mother owned the Catholic church across the street from the convention center. I'm not sure. Somebody's tried to communicate something before, so I'm not sure. So, basically in reference to any properties or businesses in America, I never sold nothing, never gave nothing away, never signed nothing away, never had a criminal record. So anybody trying to say shit, plus I have Royal Diplomatic Immunity, which I was born with. It's a birth DNA status too, where, I'm a real hermaphrodite. So, all these men have to get prosecuted for raping a girl, and they have to get charged for double rape. Anytime they've ever tried to rape me or physically assaulted me, I'm a male and I'm a female, naturally. It's all natural. So, in reference to this man burning my teeth, I'm not that man's race. I'm not that man's religion. No matter what, their political title is not dentist of my race. And they must get charged for damaging my teeth. And anything else, they're not my gynecologist either. And the gynecologist possibly put out warrants for these politicians and these dirty cops or dirty government agents, but I don't know if she's arrested any of them either. One of my gynecologists, I guess she's Asian, somebody might say. or Jewish, Asian, Catholic, look up the information. Well, ballet schools and ballet, New York Ballet and Los Angeles Ballet, very important. But, in reference to these government men sexually assaulting me, damaging my teeth and face, they have to get prosecuted for their crimes. But in reference to politicians that are trying to play territorial games, and the NSA or Homeland Security terrorizing my life or mutilating or damaging things on my body, you need to find out exactly who the people are, exactly what race and religion they are, and prosecute them. I don't date men. So, in reference to these people, no matter what, their male gender, and I don't date girls of their race either. Don't date Middle Eastern females. I don't date German females either. So, in reference to any of those people, they need to get arrested and prosecuted no matter what. So, in reference to the point of the Homeland Security people, somebody had said that one of them had tried to shoot at me before when I worked over at Louth Properties. I was working in parking lots, sweeping parking lots back then. And they said that somebody from Homeland Security tried to murder me there. Somebody said something about Cadillac converters. Never had no Cadillac converters. I don't climb under fucking cars. They're choking my cat again. That might be Homeland Security. It's another $50 trillion lawsuit against the Homeland Security Office and their Nazi regime. You're going to pay for that, man. I'm warning you about choking my cat, man. Think you're fucking funny, don't you? You're going to be put to death for treason in America. Treason is punishment by death, even if you're an American politician. Make sure you fucking remember that. Better stop your shit, Nazi. Or black Nazi or Middle Eastern Nazi. I'm not your child. I'm not your relative. And my cat doesn't owe you nothing. I don't fucking owe you nothing. And you're violating the laws of this country, you fucking dirty piece of shit. Now, hello, United Nations. Hopefully you'll have people over here in Indianapolis against these people in court for their crimes of kidnapping me from California. Now, the San Diego United Nations or San Francisco United Nations office had prosecuted or tried to sue these people before they had kidnapped me. I don't know if they've continued in the process of arresting these politicians for kidnapping me from California or not, but obviously I'm still being held hostage in Indianapolis, Indiana. All these men that are using satellites, there's been laws and special court cases to protect me from these satellite controllers, and obviously the courts are not following through with the process of law. They've allowed these satellite controllers to trespass with their political Nazi regimes, and I'm Jewish and Catholic, so no matter what they say, I wouldn't be involved with their Christian German religion at all. So every fucking one of them of their race must get prosecuted for trying to rape me and trying to murder me. It's pretty much open and shut case on every fucking thing. Have nothing to do with them. Not allowed to date government people, not allowed to date cops, not allowed to date medical people. It's all on record too. People trying to poach sperm or genetics or hermaphrodite eggs, people trying to steal blood. And a CDC, I don't know if you've went after these politicians that got AIDS or HIV that have been stalking me, but that's a CDC situation too. Any of these politicians that are infected with any HIV or AIDS that are trying to get close to me must get arrested. It even tells you that on Treasury documents. They're still damaging teeth. I'm not your race. I'm not your religion. You have to get prosecuted for hate crimes. And your political title does not outrank the Constitution. There have been many presidents that had went to prison before for violating the Constitution. Or they've almost got put in the electric chair for violating the Constitution of America. These politicians are facing those charges. And their government agents of the CIA, FBI, and NSA are facing life in prison or the death penalty based on the Constitution. Those politicians need to go into court for their crimes.